Dear friends, we are here today to remember and mourn the loss of more than 150 members of our colony Chittaranjan Park, whom we have lost to the cruel disease of COVID-19. With the pandemic claiming more than 3.4 million deaths worldwide, we mark a year since the first coronavirus lockdown was called, and it is a time for reflection. Generally, the impact of death, grief, and bereavement of a loved one has different effects for different people. We cope with the loss of our loved ones in a variety of ways. It may give us time to think about our own life and an urgency to improve ourselves to live a more purposeful life. However, the grief due to this pandemic is much more severe as it has brought to us not one or two, but many, many sad news of the demises of our relatives, our friends, our acquaintances, and many known and unknown members of our immediate society. The immediate loss of lives of people who would have survived happily had not the pandemic taken such a bad shape due to human negligence is really to be condemned. My own 80 years old mother and my younger sister have suffered greatly from this disease and have barely managed to survive the clutches of death. They are still in recovery mode, struggling with their daily chores. The second wave, which was caused majorly due to human negligence, has taken a toll on the health and lives of fellow humans. So, while we mourn the loss of our fellow citizens of Chittaranjan Park and the world as a whole, we should all take a pledge to take maximum possible precautions for safeguarding ourselves and also educate our battery of helpers to take precautions to save all our lives from this fearsome disease. We need to be prepared for the future too. If God forbid another wave comes to haunt us again, I will say here the Gayatri Mantra for the benefit of mankind on earth. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodaya. Thank you. Over to you, Jaya.
Today, we are here to mourn the death of so many of our fellow residents of CR Park. The losses are irreparable. We will never get them back again amongst us. Some of them have been really talented people. Some of them have been really young people who don't deserve, who did not deserve to die so young and in such a condition. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And why has this happened? Because we have been careless. We had thrown caution to the winds and we did not adhere to the COVID protocols that were repeatedly told to us to be followed by the doctors over the past 7-8 months. I think this is a warning sign for all of us to really be absolutely on red alert around us, to be absolutely taking the maximum precautions and to follow the protocol to the last letter, to maintain safe distance, to be double masking while we are going out, and to please avoid the public places. The markets are the most concentrated amongst the other public places in the colony. We all know that. Today, thanks to technology, thanks to digital platforms, everything is available online. People who are unable to access the digital platforms can still do the ordering of their regular supplies on phone and have them delivered to their residents. We have to think about our children, about the elderly people who are staying with us in our homes. They are the most vulnerable at this point of time. And we are being warned again and again by the doctors that God forbid, the third wave is going to be even more lethal for the younger generation, as well as for the elderly, as well as for the entire population. So it is a request, an earnest appeal with folded hands to each one of you viewers to please avoid the public places as much as possible, to only go when it is absolutely necessary and you don't have any other recourse to ask for your suppliers or to order your suppliers. Also, even if you are going to the markets, please do not stay in the market beyond the necessary time frame. That will also help avoid crowding in the markets. That will also help avoid the footfalls, the additional footfalls that can be really harmful to the others, and that can really avoid spreading the infection at this point of time. So please, viewers, please restrain yourselves and follow the COVID protocol to the last letter. Let us save ourselves. Let us save our environment. Let us save our family members, our loved ones, because this is the only thing that we can do for all of us now. And now is the time. When it is too late, then we will not be able to bring them back. So please, viewers, please be careful and take care of yourselves and all people around you. Thank you so much. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarupameva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamruta. Om.
Actually still bleeds for people whom we lost due to this pandemic that hit us. And very rightly put, much of it is to be blamed on us for our indiscipline that we showed, particularly during the second wave. But of course, the onus also lies on the systemic failure of all the governments and agencies, because we elect our representatives to keep us safe. At the same time, we have our own duties to follow and follow all those precautions that are prescribed by all the doctors all across the country. Most of the senior doctors came on television all the time, and they told us what not to do. But yet, I think we saw a whole lot of people disobeying those cautions, and they really threw it to the wind. And this is where we landed up. My condolences to the families and friends who have lost their near and dear ones. And I think all of us have been touched by this, because each one of us have lost our near and dear ones in the last 2 or 3 months. They have been the worst nightmare months for us. I think each day we heard that we lost someone or the other who could have been saved, but for the apathy of both the people who were involved in spreading this pandemic, and also people who were not prepared to really care medically for these patients who died unattended most of the time. And people who landed up in the hospitals, they were not really attended on time. They did not get the care and love that was required to revive them. I would, of course, caution, apart from what Joya said, that we should also avoid self-medication, because I've heard of 7 instances in my friend circle where we lost people because they did self-medication based on some prescriptions that were, being circulated. And it's only after about 8 or 9 days when the things got beyond them, they were rushed to the hospitals, but it was too late to save them. And I think self-medication is something which, and at the local community level, I think we all create infrastructure, create a support system wherein we at least can self-sustain till such time these patients really receive good and better care in the hospitals, because we saw the hospitals out of oxygen. I think we should not face this once again. And now it is time for us to regroup. Let us all put our resources together. We need more and more volunteers to come forward at every level. It has to be on a colony level, RWA level. It has to be on a district level. Totally on the government to do this for us. We have to create that, infrastructure wherein we can sustain these patients during that critical period when they require the oxygen, when they require some critical medical help. I wish in Chittaranjan Park we could, create a COVID care center prior to sending them to hospitals. but due to whatever issues that most of the organizations which are based in Sia Park, they may have some justified reasons, but we did not get space. And so we need to definitely look out, take help from all the political representatives that we have in Sia Park to still look for some space. There is still time before probably the third wave, which is expected to hit us because it is hitting few of the countries. We should be lucky that it should not hit us. God bless all of us that we should not lose any more lives. But we have to be prepared. Let us pull in all our resources. Do that extra bit. Each one in our resident of Chittaranjan Park, if they put in a little extra bit, I think we can make a difference. There are senior citizens who need our help. There are people who are there who are immobile, who need to be taken care of in their houses because their children don't live with them. So I think we have to do a lot, and there is a lot being planned and being done at this point of time. But I would urge more and more people from Chittaranjan Park, and particularly our political representatives, to come forward. Let us form a group together and let us be prepared not only for the third wave, for any other eventuality that comes on the residents of Chittaranjan Park. My heart really bleeds that we lost so many people, and we may still lose a few hospitals, but we all need to for their early recovery, and I think that is what we can do. Take all possible precautions that Joya just mentioned about, social distancing, double masking, whatever that you can do, do it. Don't just think about yourself that you are cured and you will not be a threat to others. You will be a carrier of that disease. So please do not unnecessarily go out of your house. Whatever can be done at home, it is best. If you're going out for your livelihood, it is fine because you have to balance your life between livelihood and taking precautions. That's my message to all of you. My heart bleeds still for people whom we lost, whom we shouldn't have lost. Thank you.
Ishani?
Yeah, thank you, Ashinda. All I can say is we all know what we went through. April is the cruelest month, is April and May. We all know what we have gone through. We have lost so many people, so many neighbors, family, friends, and everyone. So you know what to do. You people are all intelligent out there, the residents of Sia Park. But I still see people sitting out and eating in public places. Please do not do that. If you can, carry your food, buy your food, and go back home and eat it. Public eating will definitely spread the disease more. Don't, let's not mock the system. Let's not mock others who are wearing masks, which is happening right now. And nothing is going to happen. And this, it's the second wave is over. There's not going to be a third wave. This kind of complacency, I think we should avoid. And you know what you have to do. So I'll not tell you. You know you have to wear masks. You have to be. There has to be social distancing. But then, if you're having puchkas and golgappas, there won't be any social distancing. So please be an intelligent resident. You are reading, you are seeing every day what is happening. So be alert, stay safe, and keep others safe around you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Joya. Thanks, Anamika. Thanks, Ashwin.
Yeah, absolutely, Ishani. I think this has been the most traumatic phase of my life because as part of my growing up in CR Park, I've grown up in CR Park. I think this is the most traumatic phase. This is the most traumatic time I've ever faced since my childhood. Of course, the terrorist attack way back in '84, that was also very traumatic, but this beats everything. So again, folded-handed request to each one of you, please avoid crowded places as much as you can and take all the precautions if you really have to go out. So in memory of all the people whom we have lost, we will observe 1 minute silence and we will end the video here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ashimda. Thank you, Ishani. Thank you, Anindita.
You're welcome.
Take care, viewers. Stay safe. Please take care of your loved ones and let us not lose any more people of the colony. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you.